Welcome into the final Rip N Riff episode for the year 2023. I am Adam Bernard at Pucking Thoughts, and the sleeveless man to my right is Mr. Jared Moore. Jared, strong way to go for a late December show here.
Well, you know what they say, Adam. Sun's out, and by out I mean we're not going to see the sun again until April. Guns out. So there you go.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to make up for all that time. It's not going to be out, because you can't just go 6 months without showing the guns.
Of course, yes. So, yeah, it's very exciting. Our final edition of Rip N Riff for the calendar year of 2023. So, I'll be very curious to see what we are bringing to the table today, because I know for myself, I have no freaking idea what I'm bringing to the table, and we'll get into that in a moment.
Well, we got the college football playoffs coming up here.
Yes.
So we try to be somewhat current and theming on it here. So we got Michigan, Alabama, and then Washington, Texas coming up here. So today we're gonna go back to the 2022 Bowman U trading cards. That's 7 cards per pack, 4 total in the box. I'm excited to crack these bad boys open. Figure let's do some college cards on a weekend where college football is gonna. I don't want to say reign supreme, but it's neck and neck with the NFL this weekend.
Nice. I like that. We were going to have a special guest on this week, but he's under the weather, so we decided to push that off. But I had picked up a couple of the 2023 packs of Bowman's Chrome cards that I was planning on doing. But while I was at the store, and if you have the picture, you can bring it up now. I came across one of my favorite items here at the toy was the mystery bag. So they obviously this is where I bought all the mystery slabs, but this time around they had something new. They had a mystery packs. So for $15, you would get 2 pack of cards and 1 autograph card in a mystery bag. So I have no idea what's in here, but we will experience this together. So hopefully for the audience, it's not like soccer cards from like Bundesliga or tennis cards. I don't know if tennis trading cards is really a thing, but if it is, we'll definitely have a lot of fun with it. I'm hoping it's baseball or like some like really cheap football cards or hockey or whatever it is.
You know who we should get on the show at some point and who would have tennis cards if they existed? Andrew Bogish.
Andrew Bogish would definitely have tennis cards. I thought you were going to say Nando Defino because he also probably would have some tennis cards somewhere. Be like, hey, I got this Naomi Osaka card. Check it out.
He would be the second most likely for me. Yes, absolutely. For 2 weeks.
How bad was that Nando impression?
It was pretty. It was it wasn't as good as his impression of Ronis, but
of course.
And for 2 weeks in a row, you have no idea what you're opening because we did the Christmas episode last week where I sent you the packs, and now this week, you're getting 2 packs and an autograph. We just don't know what.
Of course, yeah. So without further ado, do you want to get into this? You want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Let's build the suspense. Let me go first, and we'll go that. And don't forget, this week's starting lineup unboxing, we will have another mystery slab as well. We're going to change the process a little bit. We're going to do the figure 5 questions. Jared's got to figure out who it is, and all I'm going to give him is the sport, and he's got 5 questions to figure it out. So we'll have a little fun with that. But without further ado, let's get cracking.
Yeah, baby.
Shout out Papa J Cards, where I got these in Rohnert Park, California. All right. So put the box off I have way too many cards on my desk from the show. I need to start cleaning up.
Take a little time during the holiday week, when you should be spending time with the family, be like, no, I need to get these football cards in order. All right. This Bijan Robinson card needs to be protected at all costs.
Well, one thing I'm not happy about right out of the box is look at that bend.
Ooh, yeah, that is that's one of my least favorite things about this hobby is obviously all these cards are mass produced, and especially you see that more with a lot of the newer cards. I guess like the fancier Chrome edition cards where they all just have that bend to them. I guess it'll straighten out a little bit once you put it into a top loader, but yeah, it's tough, man. Especially if you want to go and get these graded because you don't know necessarily how like PSA or CSG or any of these companies are going to look at that.
And there's only so much an old college textbook can do. With the card smash between between them with the weight. There's only so much that can do. But not a great start. But we're still gonna have some fun here because we got some good looking cards here.
Let's go.
Let's start off with Joey Porter Jr. here for Penn State, now on the Steelers.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard much from Joey Porter this year, which is probably a good thing when you're a defensive back because you don't. I feel like defensive backs, defensemen in the NHL, you'd rather not hear from them because if you're seeing them, it means they screwed up.
It's like the offensive lineman. You don't notice them doing their job until they're not doing their job. Kind of the same thing with defensemen and any defensive player really in the NFL.
Right, and obviously Joey Porter Jr. has the bloodlines because his father was, a famous linebacker for the Steelers for many years. So that's a very nice way to start this pack.
They have him listed as an outside linebacker here, which I find interesting because he's obviously a DB. But
I was gonna say I thought he was a corner.
I guess maybe in the system that Penn State played, who knows? But he's absolutely a cornerback now. Now with the Detroit Lions organization, Mr. Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he can challenge Jared Goff for the starting job there at some point. Obviously, we got the news this past week that this will be the final season for Teddy Bridgewater as the backup, as he's announcing his retirement. Jared Goff's obviously still there, and they drafted Hendon Hooker for a reason. And hopefully, I have a share of him in one of my leagues, so I would like to see Hendon Hooker get a chance to eventually win that job.
Now,
Probably not anytime soon, though.
Now, if you're in a super flex league and you're going to be in a rookie draft this year, now maybe this guy's stock is taking a hit, but somebody got to still consider Jordan Travis.
Yeah, Jordan Travis coming off the major injury there that kind of derailed Florida State season. I mean, through no fault of their own. Obviously, they won all their games, but I'm glad we pulled the Florida State card because it gives me a second here to go on my little Florida State rant.
Have the stage.
I am so sick and tired of politicians jumping into sports where they have no business of being in sports. Obviously, you've seen like the news stories and the headlines the last few weeks about like the Florida senators and the governor throwing a hissy fit over Florida State being left out of the college football playoff. It's like, but how about you worry about running your state?
Listen, I don't disagree. And listen, I'm all about like friendly stuff, like the mayor of this city and the mayor of this city bet some local restaurant. Like that stuff's fine. But like beyond that, like you shouldn't be getting that worked up into sports. And you have other things you really need to be worried about. Enjoy your teams, but like stop the belly aching. Like that you literally know there are bigger problems in the world than that.
Right.
They're on your desk every day, or they're supposed to be. But
right, and this is what they're wasting their energy on. Well, that and DeSantis hopefully getting like only 15% of the vote in Iowa, but that's neither here nor there.
It's not here nor there. We will go back to Topps Bowman here, 2022. Ben Urosic, tight end from Stanford.
I have never heard of him, but that's a pretty cool card of him. Kind of like doing the finger pointing up thing there. Is that what he was doing on that card? It's almost like I guess like a senior day type of card.
Yeah, he's popping the finger up, the number one maybe right there, running in the end zone. Who's that behind?
Okay, yeah, he's got the ball in his hand. I didn't see that because he went through the card pretty quickly. But yeah, that's a pretty cool card.
Still on the Stanford roster.
Urosic,
who's still on the Stanford roster and probably will be one of the better top tight ends taken in the draft this year. And now we close out. We were looking in this. What was it for? Purple parallels or pink parallels? Let's see here. Pink refractor parallels per box. Here's one of them, Trenton Simpson, currently on the Ravens defense.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty cool card of him. Obviously, he's celebrating there, making a huge play. So, pretty cool card there. Definitely put that one in his sleeve for the future.
Absolutely. I will be catching up on the sleeve work when we open up your packs here. Pack number 2. See what we got here in this one. Okay. All right. Oh, all right. Again, hate that it's bent. That's what we're looking for in these packs right here.
Yeah, we want Caleb Williams. We obviously want now he's no longer the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Now it's Jaden Daniels. But at the time these cards came out, he was the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. So very cool to see that in the pack. Although I'm not a fan of that all yellow USC jersey.
You know what it is? That's the practice jersey. That's the different color.
That makes
Don't
sense.
hit the quarterback jersey.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Hey, yellow means slow, so it makes sense too. Slow down, and for some people, it means speed up at the light, but usually it means slow down.
It depends how close I am to the intersection.
And making the light, knowing the timing of the light, absolutely agree. Now we have our first, insert series here. We got a Jackson Smith in Jigba. It looks like Ramblin' Man right there. With the cool little clouds and reflective there.
Yeah, when I think Ramblin' Man, I think like Southern Rock, like the
Well,
Allman
it's a song.
Brothers.
It's an Allman Brothers song, isn't it?
Yeah, so which is interesting because when I think the Southern Rock and the Allman Brothers, I don't think Jackson Smith and Jigba and Ohio State. So that's certainly an interesting choice there, but I like the player. I think he's going to be pretty good in the NFL. So very cool to see that one.
Now, yeah, me too. When he had a big catch on Monday Night Football against the Eagles to win the game a couple of weeks ago. Now, quarterback, I don't know much about out of Virginia, Brennan Armstrong. And then after him, we have Logan Diggs, who on a quick search here is now on LSU via the transfer portal, but pictured as Notre Dame here.
Any relation to Stefan or the other one in the Cowboys that I can't think of right now?
The Diggs family, according to the Wikipedia page, no mention there of it. So if there was, I would trust Wikipedia there.
All right. Well,
Which,
I mean,
Wikipedia,
Wikipedia has never let me down. So
no, never. It's totally a reliable source. So let's go to pack number 3. Okay, let's see here. All right. So one of the top quarterbacks in college football this year, Mr. Cameron Ward, also a guy you got to pay attention to in your Superflex Dynasty leagues, rookie drafts out of Washington State.
Yeah, if I didn't trade all my future picks, I'd probably be trying to get Cameron Ward the second he gets into a dynasty rookie draft. Because
Likewise, my friend. Likewise, but yeah, I don't have any picks either here. Now, this guy is currently in the NFL and just had, on Thursday Night Football recently, just lit it up for the Las Vegas Raiders. Mr. Aiden O'Connell there in the Purdue jersey.
How about that? Yeah, I mean, a couple weeks ago when we had Coop on the show, I pulled the Aiden O'Connell rookie Raiders card, and we were kind of sus on whether or not that card was actually going to be worthwhile, considering he had not played very well the previous weeks leading up to a huge performance against the LA Chargers. So we like Aiden O'Connell on the show.
We like Aiden O'Connell on the show too. Now we got I don't know if it's Shea Malusi or Shez Malusi, but the Wisconsin running back here.
Yeah, looks like he's catching a pass out of the backfield and turning upfield to make a play. So he's probably turned his head a little too soon. You got to look the ball into your hands there, son.
See, now because Jared saw him catching a pass out of the backfield, he made a mental note to look him up later on, so that way you could put him on his rookie draft scouting list as maybe a late round target, perhaps. We'll see. Now we got a Tagovailoa here, but it's not Tua; it's his brother Elia from Maryland.
Yeah, and his brother obviously opted out of the Music City Bowl to focus on prep for the NFL draft. I don't know where he's going to go in the NFL draft. Obviously, he's not going to be a high first round pick like his brother was, but I mean, the same bloodlines, so you would think he has a lot of the same physical traits. So, maybe he goes with like a mid-round pick and is a potential option down the road somewhere. I feel like if Tommy DeVito can get NFL starts, Tua Tagovailoa's younger brother can get NFL starts in the right situation.
I think that's pretty sound logic you got there. Another pink parallel in the pack here is Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. So there we go. Closing out this pack.
Yeah, the second Simpson of the pack there. So very cool that we got that and that we didn't get any legends like OJ.
Yeah, I'd like to get Homer, but I doubt he'll be in any of these.
I doubt it as well.
All right. First pack was strong. Last two packs have kind of faded a little, so let's see if we can bounce back here. We did get that nice Caleb Williams there. All right, so we got another guy that's currently a couple of guys coming up here that are making some noise in the NFL. Michael Mayer, picture with Notre Dame there.
Yeah, another one of those young players on the Raiders there. So obviously he hasn't, even though he was the first tight end taken out of this class, he hasn't been the top tight end from a fantasy standpoint. Obviously that goes to Sam Laporta, but Michael Mayer is a pretty good, solid player, so he should have a nice, solid career in front of him.
And he's going to have all the opportunities there in Vegas. Nobody's going to take that from him anytime soon. Ooh, we got a couple of good ones coming up here. I may have spoke too soon about the box being a little weak. We got Josh Downs from North Carolina here now with the Colts.
Yeah, Josh Downs having a very nice rookie season with the Indianapolis Colts. So hopefully for him, he's sort of overtaken Alec Pierce as that secondary option in their passing attack behind Michael Pittman.
Now we got two strong cards coming up here. First one is a guy we've talked about on the show and how he should have a sponsorship deal out in the Bay Area at Levi Stadium. Will Levis.
Yeah, I mean it's always cool to get a quarterback, and Will Levis obviously starting for the Tennessee Titans right now. So very nice to see that. Hopefully his agent, who I'm assuming since he's a quarterback, has a legitimate agent and not a shiesty agent like Tommy DeVito's agent. So
You mean a guy that
uh,
charges double for an appearance immediately after like the guy has had some success like he just did recently? Not like, like 10 to 20 grand is like, that's a jump, my friend.
I mean, I don't blame the guy for trying to strike while the iron's hot, because I
It's a
mean,
small business. This ain't Modell's.
no, 100%. But like, also, when is Tommy DeVito ever going to have this kind of earning power again? So in that respect, I get it. But like, if you agree to a 10K appearance fee, then you should obviously honor that. If you want to charge double for appearance fees moving forward, I think that's
Yes.
fairly legitimate.
Honor the
But
commitment. This isn't like a running back complaining about a contract here, like, oh, I'm playing for this, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like some small business here. Now, speaking of running backs, how about a little Bijan Robinson?
yeah, I can tell you were excited just because you pulled yet another Bijan card there, and that's a nice. It almost looks like a cartoonish type of drawing there of Bijan. So that's a very cool card.
Yeah, this is it's a very good looking card. Let me get that penny. This one I can't wait to do the penny sleeve on. Let's do that right now just to get it safe. Caleb will have to go in there too. I can do it later. I got him right here. We got 3 packs to go before we get to the mystery pack, and I kind of want to get to the mystery pack. And that was a strong one. Let's see if we can top that here. Okay. All right. Next, we got Andrell Anthony from Michigan. It's a nice looking card there with the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, always very nice to see. It'll be curious to see how they wind up faring in the college football playoffs. I think they get to the net. See, I'm not even so sure they get to the national championship game.
Alabama's a tough draw, man.
That is a brutal draw, and I think the fact that the Michigan players, when they had the selection show, and the players looked like legitimately annoyed that they drew Alabama instead of Florida State, kind of tells you all you need to know about like who they actually wanted to play, and it wasn't Alabama.
Yeah, it was not that. That was the last of the team they wanted out of the drawer. Now, a quarterback that is in the league now. Last year played with Clayton Tune. Played with Tank Dell. Clayton Tune.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the setup there because you jumped the gun a little bit there with Clayton Tune, but yeah, very cool to see that.
And you'll see why I jumped the gun here, because the pink parallel in this pack is no other than Tank Dell.
How about that? Yeah, and man, those pink parallels, man, those are gorgeous cards.
They really are. I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I mean, if we're going pink or purple, I'm more of a purple guy, but the pink looks nice on these for sure. Got a couple more cards in this pack here. We got Eric Gilbert, tight end from Georgia.
Yeah, the Georgia tight end that nobody really talks about. Obviously, everyone knows who Brock Bowers is, but he's because he's going to be a top pick in the NFL draft. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was also a top pick in the NFL draft, just because it's Georgia. I mean,
yeah.
The Georgia team, the schools like Georgia and Alabama, they don't recruit. Like they pick over like the 5-star guys, and they turn away 4-stars.
Yeah, like they're at a buffet that we're not, like, we don't even know it exists in terms of picking football players. Like we'll never get to go to that buffet. And then wrapping up this pack, we got 2 more packs here. Wrapping up pack number 5, Kool-Aid McKinstry from the Alabama Crimson Tide. Speaking of the devil.
Arguably the best name in college football.
Yes, absolutely. I listen. You get me a better name that's not part of that Key and Peele skit. Find me a better name.
The only thing I'll say about I kind of wish a guy named Kool-Aid McKinstry weighed like 350 pounds and actually looked like the Kool-Aid Man, if I could nitpick. But
yeah, like when Pork Chop Womack was an offensive lineman. That's an offensive lineman nickname, Pork Chop. That's like Tank Dell can't be nicknamed Pork Chop. That just wouldn't look right,
Who is the big old NFL defensive lineman that was nicknamed Pot Roast? I know you know who I'm referring to, but
yes,
it's probably like a weekly same logic
or something. Hot roast. I'm gonna look this up. Hot roast.
It'll drive
Terrence Knighton.
Terrence Knighton, yes. And yeah, your classic. I don't want to say run of the mill because like obviously he played in the NFL for a long time, but like your classic like 370-pound defensive tackle, big boy, and he's nicknamed Pot Roast. Is like that's the greatest nickname for a giant, massive a man.
It definitely you get a nice you don't have to wonder what the person looks like when you call them that when they have a nickname like Pot Roast, you know.
Right, but unfortunately, we do with Kool-Aid McHistory.
Yeah, he kind of ruined it there. All right, so we open up pack number 6 here. We got Nick Singleton, running back from Penn State. Then we got Jermaine Burton, a wide receiver from Alabama. Then we've got Tanner Morgan, for a quarterback for Minnesota. And I love those Minnesota jerseys there. The yellow helmet with the yellow pants, that is sharp.
Yeah, that's a pretty sharp look there. And I like for the most part they're going with players from like big name schools. Like we're not getting somebody from Rutgers in this pack.
Yeah, there's no Weber States in here. And then to wrap up the penultimate pack, Kenny McIntosh, running back from Georgia. So another guy to keep an eye on in your rookie drafts.
Yeah, very, very cool to see. So yeah, Kenny McIntosh, another player that neither one of us will probably wind up owning in Dynasty. So
Nope, because I never draft high enough, which is a good thing, but also, maybe a championship would be nice to have in that never draft high, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see, last pack. Oh, this one sounds good. Got a good sound. Good sound of that pack here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've got Akeem Dent, cornerback from Florida State.
Very nice start. Looks like another like practice jersey sort of situation he's kind of got going on there or something, or maybe it's just your camera hadn't focused.
It's the camera because it's got the stuff on the shoulder, so it's just like a basic game day jersey. Now we've got current NFL safety for the Cincinnati Bengals, Jordan Battle.
Jordan Battle, who the Better Boss told me, quote, not a special talent, and he certainly has looked pretty good this year. So look, I'm not going to say the Better Boss was wrong on this one, and I also have to take the L because I cut him in Dynasty for whatever I needed on any given week. But hey, it's safety. Safety's your dime a dozen in Dynasty fantasy leagues.
That's the thing. And he kept trying to. I forget what safety he kept trying to push all year, and it's like, dude, it's like they're like you said, they're a dime a dozen. Like, yeah, you want to have one or two like solid good ones, but then like after that, they're all the same. We got Wisconsin quarterback Graham Mertz here.
Graham Mertz, yeah, I got nothing on him. Graham Mertz, interesting name. Doesn't really sound like the name of a quarterback.
Sounds like a nickname for grandma or something. Let's see
like
here.
Grandma Mertz.
Grandma Mertz. Graham Mertz. We got another pink parallel here. Junior Colson, linebacker from Michigan.
I mean, that's another one with the pink parallel. Like that card just pops.
It sure does. Now we closed the pack. There was an autograph in here. It's a double card. We already got Ty Simpson, but it is a Ty Simpson autograph. There we go.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you got, I mean, Ty Simpson, all right, quarterback for Alabama. Is he going to be a guy that's actually going to be anything? Where
I don't know. I mean, you talk about the quarterbacks that come out of there. You got the Jalen Hurtses of the world. You got the Mac Joneses of the world. It could go a lot of directions.
Or is this more of the AJ McCarron tier?
Greg McElroy.
Yeah. I mean, at least all those guys won national championships. So there is that.
That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, listen, when we say we care about NFL purposes, you can be an amazing quarterback in college, but for our purposes, we need you to be good in the NFL. So, because we're dynasty people. But nonetheless, we got a nice Bijan Carr. We got a Ty Simpson autograph. Got that. And I'm going through we'll put those pink parallels in sleeves as well. What else did we get here that was good? Kenny McIntosh. We got Kool-Aid McKinstry, Tank Dell pink parallel, Will Levis, Josh Downs, Michael Mayer, Ty Simpson. We had a nice time going through these college packs here. You got any?
Yeah, I think you got your money's worth on that pack.
Yeah, I paid $15 for this box. Shout out Papa J Cards. I mean, listen, you can't do anything about the bend of the box, but other than that, great cards.
All right, very nice. Well, at least you knew what you were going to get there with a bunch of college players. I have no idea what I'm going to get here with this little mystery bag here. So without further ado, I'm going to open up this bad boy, and we're going to see what we're working with. And I think because it's loose, I'm going to grab the autograph first.
Okay.
and we'll go from there. So
Yeah.
our autograph card. All right, so this is interesting because it's an autograph card. It is an NBA player, and I have heard of this player. So this is a really interesting one to pull.
Okay.
We have TJ McConnell from the Indiana Pacers here as our autograph card.
I remember TJ McConnell. He was a good point guard, come off the bench, could shoot the ball. Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like
He's still playing.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to swap out this top loader because it looks like on the back of the on the penny sleeve they put the barcode so you can scan the card.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they didn't actually put it on the card itself. I mean, I'll give this a quick little
I mean,
one
if they
for
did, you need to bring that back and be like, is this your first day here?
right. I don't think they did. In fact, I can kind of tell already from me trying to pull this out of the penny sleeve that they didn't. But yeah, because I kind of want to see the back of the card as well. So this Panini Optic card, yeah, that was just on the penny sleeve. So TJ McConnell, this autograph guaranteed by Panini of America. And yeah, so very cool to actually get an autograph of a player that I'm at least somewhat familiar with.
Still playing 4 years with the Sixers, been with Indiana the last 5. And yeah, listen, TJ McConnell, I've had him in fantasy. He gets the job done. His nickname's the floor general.
All right, so this is going to be a baseball heavy show because we got 2 baseball packs here, so which I'm very happy with. We
Okay.
got ourselves a Topps Heritage 2023 pack.
Yes.
And we got it looks like the 2023 Topps base cards as well.
Okay. I mean, maybe I've opened up a pack of the
I
base.
think you've opened these before on the show.
I think so, but either way, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We had baseball last week. You got me those holiday cards. That was awesome. It's not the time of the year for baseball, but we need to have some baseball. Why not?
I mean, I feel like baseball is what the people are talking about right now. I feel like the Yamamoto. I mean, he'll probably have signed by the time this episode airs, but I feel like his market's red hot right now. I mean, as a Yankee fan, I'm excited about Juan Soto and that trade and what's going to happen moving forward. So we'll start with the base one here, and we start with a rookie card here from your Washington Nationals, Thaddeus Ward.
Okay, nice. Good looking card there. Mid windup. Rookie card.
Mid delivery. I'm not sure if he's one of the guys they got from. He went from Boston to Washington in the Rule 5 draft. So, all right. So that's a cool one to start with. We have another rookie card off the top here. And it says the date of his rookie debut on it. Kind of an up and down year for this player, but from your St. Louis Cardinals, we have Jordan Walker.
There he is. And yeah, he probably will have a much better year next year. I know there are high hopes for Walker, but nonetheless, we'll see what happens with St. Louis next year.
Now we move on to some of the more veteran base cards. We have ourselves Mark Melancon from the Arizona Diamondbacks, a guy who's been on a billion teams. So if you can name all of the teams Mark Melancon has been on, you will get a shiny gold star.
Do you want me to name them?
Yeah, why not?
Hold on, baseball reference. You would think he would be the first one that came up on Mark Mellon.
Off the top of your head, can you name them? Not without like looking up and cheating.
No, there's no way I could do that.
All right, we were looking for Yankees, Astros, Red Sox, Pirates, Nationals, Giants, Braves, and Diamondbacks.
I would have gotten probably 4 of those.
All right, another rookie card here from the Minnesota Twins, Edward Julian. I believe he's the second baseman, according to the card. Don't know much about the player, but always nice to get a rookie card in these packs.
That was one cool thing about last week was the packs you got me was they were loaded with rookies last week. So
yep. Well, here's a guy who's not a rookie and not exactly the most flattering picture of this player either. From your New York Yankees, Carlos Rodon.
No, that is not a flattering picture of Carlos Rodon, and that's I mean, there weren't many opportunities to get a photo of him this year, but nonetheless. Yeah.
Player oft injured, a massive disappointment in year 1 in New York. Hopefully he's better now that he's healthy, but
can't be much worse.
You never know. I'm sorry.
Can't be much worse, right?
You would think so. I mean, at this point, right now, to me, he's just left-handed Carl Bavano, which not a compliment if you're a Yankee fan familiar with Carl Bavano. From your Oakland Athletics, Manny Pena, catcher, who I'm not very familiar with, but there he is with the nice little green chest protector and the mask and the mask up.
I mean, if he has any value, he won't be with the A's for very long. So
No, he he won't. Another rookie card from your Seattle Mariners, Juan Then.
that's a name.
Yeah, that's what it says right there, Juan Then. So I don't want to make jokes about the player
No, but
and anything.
that's a nice shot mid windup, and I like those Mariners teal jerseys. I like those. I know a lot of people don't, but it's a different color that you don't see a lot of.
Yep. From the Atlanta Braves, Eddie Rosario.
Nice. Braves,
So,
Braves and Dodgers are basically gonna slug it out for the National League crown this year, huh?
that's what it looks like. I mean, the Braves, it seems like they make a trade every week now, and then they wind up spinning off whoever they wind up getting in the trade. It's actually been a really interesting offseason for the Atlanta Braves in that respect. Like, they took on a bunch of money from the Seattle Mariners to get Jared Kalenic, the former top prospect, and then they traded all the other guys that they got in that deal in separate deals to spin them off elsewhere. They traded for Matt Carpenter from the Padres and released him 4 days later.
I think they don't know what they're doing with Otani now going to the Dodgers. They're like, it's them and the Braves. That's really it's the NL might be boring this year in that regard.
Yep. From the Cleveland Guardians, Sam Hentges.
Okay.
We have a nice little insert card here of from the Kansas City Royals. You have Bobby Witt Jr. and Salvador Perez celebrating a walk-off win. So we should make sure we get that card into John and Bemba's collection.
Yes, he is the
Bobby Witt cards.
He is the he's the source for all Bobby Witt cards. If you don't have them, he does.
So we'll make sure we get him in the line on that one. Former A's top prospect. Now he's with the Miami Marlins, AJ Puck.
AJ Puck. Yeah, heard a lot about him and just, never really panned out with the A's.
And last but not least, kind of a double card here from the Houston Astros, Matt Gage and Cesar Salazar.
Those double cards are cool sometimes. I like when they do things like that.
Yeah, a little rookie combo card there. So, and not a lot of superstars in that pack, but we got a couple interesting rookies, and we got Carlos Rodon, who we were able to make fun of for a little bit. So,
yeah, maybe go for a jog, Carlos.
I mean, I'm
allowed to be out of shape. I'm a 40-year-old guy that sits behind a desk all day. What's your excuse?
Oh, boy. I'm not going to make any comments, seeing as I'm sitting here without sleeves and just see my flab.
It's a good look for you.
Is it though? All right. So I can already tell these cards are much more interesting. We start with one of the finalists for Rookie of the Year in the National League with James Outman. Nice little rookie card there.
And I believe I got an Outman rookie card last week. I love the look of that, like the old school border, and that's cool. It's simple, but it gets the job done.
It is. It's a very simple card, and it sort of reminds me of when you used to play in Little League, and they would get like those cards made up for like the players, like when you're in Little League to make you feel.
It does have that look to it. Yes, it does.
Yeah, like something like your local photographer would whip together as part of, like, I guess, the entry fee for the league.
I absolutely have a card that looks like that. I'm trying to find it online so I can pull it up. I remember that.
All right, I just dropped the card and I'm not sure where it landed, and I don't want to wheel my chair back and run it over. So
I've been there.
Yeah, so let's not do that. From the Texas Rangers, Kohei Arihara.
There you go. Good job on the pronunciation.
Thank you. I try to do my best. Never heard of the player, though. So another rookie card here from the Baltimore Orioles, Yusniel Diaz.
Nice. Baltimore. Let's see if they can do it 2 years in a row.
And obviously, you can tell these pictures are taken at spring training, but it's still very cool to see. From the Oakland Athletics, Cole Irvin.
Nice. I think he's still there. And here's the trading card I was referring to earlier. That's the look right there.
Very nice. Who's that a card of, though?
I don't know. It's some dude. I just Google image search because I was looking for this specific look. This is Andy Friedman, apparently.
Oh, shout out to Andy Friedman for representing I guess Will's Lumber or whoever he's representing there in his local little league. JT Realmuto from the Philadelphia Phillies.
If there's a team that can maybe throw a wrench into the Dodgers and Braves plans, it would probably be them.
I mean, that would be the one I'd be rooting for because you know how I feel about the Phillies. They kind of have like that whole beer league softball team approach to them, which I totally dig. From your New York Yankees, Nestor Cortez.
Okay, yeah, Cortez had a good year. He's also maybe not the most flattering shot of him. Maybe they need to do a different camera angle when they take pictures of these pitchers. Just saying.
Maybe the Yankee players need to hit the treadmill a little bit. All right, this one's interesting. It's sort of like a black and white card, but from your Colorado Rockies, Randall Grichuk.
He's bounced around a little bit, Toronto, St. Louis, but good outfielder.
Yep, and just to kind of show it next to like the Nestor Cortez card, you can kind of see how the color's a little
it
more
does have
washed
that,
on
like,
that one.
Monochrome black and white look.
Yeah, so I definitely like how that one looks. Two more cards in this pack from the Washington Nationals. Well, he's not with them anymore. He was traded to the Cubs, and I forget where he signed this winter. But Heimer Candelario.
Oh yeah, Heimer Candelario. I like that Nationals jersey.
Of course. Who hasn't heard of him? And from the Minnesota Twins, Sonny Gray.
There we go, Mr. Sonny Gray.
And that is it for our mystery packs from our friends over at Toy Wiz. I did pick up another one, but we're not going to open that one today. We're going to save that for a rainy day or whenever we want to just have a random surprise. But overall, very pleased with what a little $15 mystery pack will get you right there. I feel like it was worth the price of admission alone just for the autograph card.
I think so too. And if you think about it, we both spent $15 on our respective contributions today, and everybody's happy. This was a good episode of Rip N Riff.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm very pleased. So, well, I mean, I feel like it'll only go downhill from now. So, are you ready for the mystery slab?
Who could really ruin this as a mystery slab? Like, who would we like? Wilmer Flores already kind of.
Well, last time it was Wander Franco who kind of brought the show to a screeching halt. So,
Wander Franco. I don't know why I said Wilmer Flores. I'm sorry, Wilmer. I didn't mean to, say you were a bad dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of players this could be that it could be like, oh, really? It had to be that guy? Like, I don't want to name names because some of them might lawyer up, but. Let's see who we have here.
Let's see. Mystery slab time.
Mystery slab. Hopefully it's Kevin Garnett.
Somebody. Not O.J. Simpson, because we talked about him earlier.
I actually that would be worth it. I actually wouldn't hate getting an O.J. Simpson mystery slab. I wouldn't hate it. No, but I love this one already.
I thought you were gonna be like, no, it's O.J.
No. I love this one. You'll know why I love it once I say the player's name, but I'll give you all the other information. 1991, Topps traded Gem Mint 10 Team USA card of Jason Giambi. Let's see what Jason Giambi looked like in 1991.
The argument of him not juicing. Kind of goes out, but I love that old Topps look, but I mean the USA jerseys, I always love to see players in the national jerseys. That's a good looking card there.
Yeah, that is a very nice card there. And then you look at the back of it, it has his stats at from his first 2 seasons at Long Beach State. So and shocker, he was not much of a power hitter at Long Beach State. I wonder if there's something he was introduced to in the major leagues that sort of had that whole element come out for him. But yeah, I mean, that is a very cool card. And we love Jason Giambi on this show. One of my all-time favorite Giambi isms that we've sort of heard over the years is the golden banana hammock. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it's one of those things I want to believe it's true because it's just the funniest story. Like him and like Hideki Matsui's porn collection and
you can make the argument that was the last time the Yankees were really a fun team to like watch, root for, live and die with every night. Like that was a good era, those teams.
Yeah, I mean the the Yankees were a lot of fun, and then I don't know. I don't want to say everything became corporate because the Yankees have always been corporate, but especially like once like Jeter and Rivera and those guys like became like the veterans on the team, it was almost like yeah, we're just not gonna have fun anymore.
They were corporate. They've always been corporate, but they cared. And now I don't know how much they really care. You know what I mean? Like the players you mentioned cared about what they did on the field, and not to say that the current era doesn't, but like they took more pride in it. I feel like than they do now. That's just my
Right.
opinion.
I think that's probably the right way to phrase that. So, yeah, very pleased to get a Jason Giambi. I can't say it's a rookie card since it's him in like his Team USA gear, but I'm very pleased to get a Jason Giambi graded card here.
Again, like the team when they're in there, and especially for baseball, because you don't see a lot of like country jerseys in baseball, so that's kind of unique there too. Like that's a good card from that Topps era. I like that. That was one of your better pulls, I think, of the mystery slab.
Thank you. I'm very happy to pull that, and I'm glad I did it all just for you and just for the show.
That's it. That's the only reason you did it. So now we're going to do starting lineup unboxing. We're going to do what's called the figure five. So Jared's gonna. I'm going to tell him of which of the four major sports it is, and he's got 5 questions to figure out who it is. Now we're not going to do the 4 anymore. We're just going to do the 1. So starting with today, I will tell you it is a football player, and that is what you will get for the first of your 5. Now you may begin questions.
I was gonna say that's technically not the first of the
No, no,
questions
no.
because
I
that's
misspoke. I caught myself.
all right. That's fine. Did this player primarily play in the NFC or the AFC?
You will remember him more from the AFC, but he did spend some time in the NFC, but he's more AFC.
More of an AFC guy. Okay. Um, is this player a quarterback?
He is indeed a quarterback.
All right. So primarily an AFC quarterback who also spent some time in the NFC. Hmm. All right. I feel like we really got to start narrowing this down because we only got 3 more questions here. So,
Go.
um, trying to think of the best question we could ask to really narrow the field. Did this player ever win a Super Bowl?
He did not win a Super Bowl. He was one of the best at his position in his era for many many years, but and went to the playoffs a lot, but never went to the Super Bowl.
Never went to the Super Bowl. All right, so that's a nice little extra little piece of information that you gave me because could have just said yeah, he never won the Super Bowl, but you gave me that as well. So
There you go.
all
Spirit of
right, so
giving still.
I'm thinking of AFC teams. I have a couple like guesses that are kind of in my mind right now, but um, let's see because the starting lineup era is basically like late in the 80s to 90s. So now I'm thinking of all the quarterbacks there that went to Super Bowls, so we can kind of start eliminating some names. So
Okay. You got 2
uh,
questions left here.
I do have 2 questions left. Did this player ever win most valuable player?
He won.
NFL MVP to be more specific.
So what the hell is any? So I'm looking at his Pro Football Reference page right now. He won an NEA MVP. So that's not like the official MVP. I don't
No,
think.
it's AP. It's for Associated
So yeah.
Press.
So Associated Press. So he has won other AP awards, but never an MVP.
He's won other AP awards, but not an MVP. All right. Which means he probably either won Offensive Player of the Year or Rookie of the Year, maybe. Now
One question.
is my last question. This isn't a question for the show, but does my last question have to be a guess?
No, no, no. You get 5 questions and then the guess. So
Okay. Um, let's see. All right. Just going through all the teams real quick. Buffalo, New England, Miami, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Baltimore. Tennessee. Jacksonville. Did this player play primarily in the AFC South, or what we currently know as the AFC South?
If we realign the divisions with their current teams, yes.
Is it Mark Brunell?
Ooh, you love to say right church, wrong pew. Warren Moon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like the dead giveaway there was probably the specific award that he won, like NEA or whatever it was, that I didn't even know what that was.
I didn't. So here's the thing. You're right. The AP is the award, but back then you had United Press International too. UPI was also like AP. Like there was both, but I have no idea what NEA is. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler. He won the Offensive Player of the Year in '90 for both the AP and the UPI. He won Walter Payton Man of the Year in '89. And yes, because he played in Minnesota and Seattle. That's why I had to say he played in the NFC, because it wasn't like he just like hung around. Like he was an important player for those couple of Vikings teams, and he played for the Seahawks. So,
right. Well, and I was originally leaning Steve McNair. That was going to be my guess, except Steve McNair was a co-MVP with Peyton Manning in 2003, which eliminated that from my sort of line of thinking. All right, so you stumped me. 5 questions there. Warren Moon is that's a pretty good one. I have Warren Moon's phone number, so I shouldn't text him and be like, "Hey, guess what I got wrong on the Rip N Riff?"
Former Seahawks radio analyst.
Yeah, because he'll probably respond, "What's Rip N Riff?"
Well, he needs to find out then, doesn't he? He needs to come on the show. Maybe he likes to open cards. We don't know.
We have no idea, but I'm sure he'd be disappointed that I couldn't figure out Warren Moon from 5 questions that I came up with off the top of my head. But without further ado, let's let him breathe, baby.
So 2 cards in this one, and I just bent one of them. That's one, the Warren Moon card, the Aerial Artist, which is a cool nickname for like a quarterback thing.
That is a cool nickname for a quarterback.
We have him looking a little perplexed there, maybe looking into the sun, maybe a little bit of both. Either way, he's not sure of something.
That looks like he's looking at the replay on the scoreboard.
Yeah, a little bit of sun on that side of the field. I've been wanting to open Houston Oiler for a while, so this is nice. And Warren Moon was actually one of my favorite players as a kid. I always liked watching, because the Houston Oilers, with that run and shoot offense, I mean, they would put up a ton of points every week. And it was all because of this guy right here, Warren Moon. Also on the wrong side of the Bills' comeback, historic comeback in the wild card round, nonetheless.
Well, we don't hold that against him.
We do not hold that against Mr. Warren Moon. And guess what? Mr. Warren Moon's going to join our starting lineup studio audience for next week's show, the first of 2024. This week, because it was you got the National College Football Playoffs going on. We did all college starting lineups here. So we got Charles Woodson from '98, the Heisman series, the Heisman collection, Barry Sanders '97, Glenn Davis, who was unboxed on this show from the '98 series, and you see the Heisman Trophy in front of him. Then there's Curtis Martin on the right from 1999. He did not win a Heisman, so I didn't feel like it would be right to put the Heisman Trophy near him. No offense, Curtis. You're one of my favorite players of all time, but you did not come close to winning the Heisman like those 3 gentlemen, and that is quite the prestigious honor. So great to have these guys all in the studio audience today for a college football-themed episode of Rip N Riff. But I think that's we closed the year strong, Jared. We started this show a few months ago. We've had some laughs. We've cried. We've done it all here on R&R in 2023.
I mean, I can't say that I cried. So if you cried, that's a random nugget of information that you just volunteered for me.
That was probably off the air.
No, but in all seriousness, yeah, it's been a blast this year. Hopefully, we have an even stronger 2024.
Listen. There's all packs in here. This is all packs just waiting to be ripped on Rip N Riff here on Better Sports Network and Fantasy Alarm. But yes, it's been quite a 2023. It's been a great year. We've been enjoying ripping cards with you every Saturday here on Fantasy Alarm YouTube and BSN YouTube. And yeah, we hit us up on Twitter at Pucking Thoughts, at Mr. Jared Moore. Love to see what you're ripping as well. But for the final time in 2023, and a happy early new year for 2024 for Mr. Jared Moore, I'm Adam Bernard. We'll be back with you next year and next Saturday on R&R.